Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we will be reading to you a story from Don Bosco. Stories of Don Bosco. Yes, thank you, son.
I've just found this. It's awesome.
Hershey's
I love these types
chocolate.
of chocolate. Yeah, I love these types of chocolates.
Have yours after you read, please. You know that chocolate, it takes a long time to chew. I'll hold mine too. That's our reward for reading tonight.
Okay. A little flattery will get you.
No, don't bite it now.
I'm gonna take nibbles.
No. I want clear voice.
Like,
This is not done. I want a clear voice. I want a professional videotape here. Come on, Max.
I said the title.
No, say it louder.
A little flattery will get you.
I'm watching you. Don't eat it. Come on, you're gonna eat it in a few minutes.
I know.
So, don't eat it now, Max. Please.
Aren't you gonna repeat the title?
Max, put that down. Look, I've been waiting for you to finish watching your video, and now a little flattery
Will get you.
will get you what?
Will get you. ...
All right.
Once he was invited to visit Lewis, who was staying in the country with his uncle, the pastor. He accepted the invitation and, together with a few companions, set off on foot for the parish. After a long hike, they reached the rectory, only to learn that Lewis and his uncle, not having heard in time of John's visit, had gone off for the day. Since he could not let his friends face the long road home without offering them something to eat, he decided to see if the pastor had left anyone in charge. Before he went to the rectory, however, he made a few discreet inquiries in the neighborhood. Lewis's uncle, he learned, was 80, and the one who really ran things was Madeline, his housekeeper. She was very scrupulous, said the neighbors, about wasting food. Armed with this knowledge, John knocked at the door of the rectory. The door opened and Madeline appeared. "The pastor's out," she snapped at him before he could open his mouth. "I'm sorry, I'm a friend of the pastor. Be that as it may. He's still out. Most unfortunate," he shook his head. "Then I wonder if I could see Miss Madeline." "What do you want to see her for?" "I've heard so much about her. They say she handles the rectory with a firm hand, and that without her the whole parish would go to the dogs. Too bad she's not here. If you happen to see her, kindly give her my warmest regards." Wow. The housekeeper smiled. "Who told you she wasn't here?" "It's Madeline who you're talking to." "Oh, it's Madeline who's talking to you. Miss Madeline, then you are in charge?" "Oh no, I'm just a poor housekeeper." "You may call yourself that, but that's not what I hear from the neighbors. The people around told me about your activities, your sense of economy, Won't you please come in for a moment? Bring your friends in with you. It's very kind of you, but we'll have to leave soon." "Oh no, you can't think of leaving before you have something to eat. It's too much trouble. You have enough to do to take care of this house and the pastor. No trouble at all. Make yourselves at home, and I'll fix up something for you." "I see now," said John and his friends as his friends sat down to dinner, "that all the things we heard about you were true. And if the pastor hadn't taken the keys of the wine cellar, I'm sure we would have some wine as well." The pastor take the keys," echoed Madeline.
You can back in.
She dangled a bunch of them in front of John.
There was a question then that she said,
No, it's an exclamation.
Oh, the pastor take the keys.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. She dangled a bunch of them in front of John. You can have all the wine you want. The pastor can't expect you young gentlemen to come this far to see him and then go back without a drop of wine. After that, John and his friends enjoyed a delicious meal, washed down by some of the pastor's best wine. Madeline herself waited on them and watched them eat with relish the excellent meal she had prepared for them. They John lied.
Did he lie?
Yeah. They were all saying how she was a dirty, mean old woman.
Give me that business card, bookmark. Or did he speak forth a blessing that she is a very kind woman?
Oh, but the thing is though.
And so she became a kind woman.
Either
Hypnosis.
Or the thing where someone says, jump off the wall. It's only 5 feet in the air, and their super scared heads or whatever. You're like, no. Oh yeah, that's right. You're a baby.
Reverse psychology type thing. You know what I heard? Bullying people physically is wrong, right? But I heard that bullying people mentally is also wrong. However, I also heard about the art of persuasion. You learn how to speak to people, and therefore they treat you differently.
Like Maya's. Remember that time I was on the phone, and she was like, "That you said that her phone voice was awesome."
She was being polite on the phone?
No, it was completely different tone of voice. More womanish, feminist, more high pitched, more than what she talks.
Alright. So a better voice than usual. I'd like to mention that I read about Tony Robbins and how there was a homeless man, and someone tried to help the homeless man, but there was no room in the shelter. There were no more beds. So it was a very extra cold night, and the man would freeze. So this man knocked on people's doors and said, please let him stay in the garage.
No.
And they said no. Then a man was watching him. A street person type, a thief type, okay? And he said, you're not going to go anywhere trying to get this man a place to stay by asking people politely. That's not how you talk to people around here. And then he walked over and knocked at the same door that had just been closed, right? And he looked at the man and said, I know how many TVs you have. I know what time you go to work. I know what time you get up. You wake up. What time you go to sleep. I know how many windows your house has. But I'll tell you what. I will not bother you at all. I will not take your stuff if you let this man stay in your garage one night. And in some neighborhoods, the police don't help.
What about suing?
So at the end of the story, suing. All right. In the words of another person, he said, I'll just take the beating that they gave me because they're criminals. And even if I identify them and put them in jail, they'll just come back or send someone to beat me up again.
Impossible to do that. Now.
So he said, I'll just take the beating.
I took all the chocolate and now all I have is almonds.
You want one more? This one's mine. Alright. Very good. I'm glad you like the almond. So the man opened up the garage and said, he can stay here all night. And then Captain John or something like that, he was from the Salvation Army. He was in shock. Some people don't do it out of kindness. They do it out of
fear.
It's a type of fear. Yes, fear. They help other people, but not because they want to. But in the Bible it says, if you save a person but you don't have love for that person, if you feed that person but you don't have love, then it is not appreciated by God. And then we're talking about persuading people. I was going to tell you something. So some people do it out of fear, right? They do things to help, but out of fear. Yes, sir.
There was a BuzzFeed video.
Mm-hmm.
And it said,
stop moving the bottle.
One trick that usually works is if you want someone to do something for you.
Yes.
First, and that they usually wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. It's like a 40% chance it won't work. So, kind of risk. The first thing you say is something big that you want them to do, like super huge.
And they'll say no.
Like, if they do, then
then that's fine.
Yeah, you'll just make up noise. But you'll say something like, can you take care of my cat for like a month?
Mm-hmm. And they'll say, no, I don't like cats, no.
Or you could ask an allergic person or whatever. And then you say, and they'll be like, no, I can't do this because blah, blah, blah. Then you say, you know what? Forget that. I'll manage that. How about, can you something smaller?
Can you just pick me up from the vet?
Yeah.
With the cat?
That. Can you just pick me up from Walmart? I have no car.
Mm-hmm.
Parents. Most of them are
Yes. There are people that are kind. Some people called it the users, the abusers, the givers, and the takers.
These are the takers.
But Bruce Lee said, take what is useful.
Wait, where'd you read that book?
Which one?
The Art of Persuasion.
The Art of Persuasion. Oh, my life has been about that type of book, son. It's about, Tony Robbins calls it, how to enter people's worlds. You heard your mother. Yes, he's probably the best one at talking to people. To get them to do something. He says, oh, you make $1 million and you're sad. Man, I'd kick you in the butt. You know, how can you be sad if you're making $1 million, right? But people do that. Some of them are sad. Some of them are depressed. Well, like Norman Vincent Peale wrote Positive Thinking, something like that. And it said, a man walked into another man's office and he sat down. like a pastor, right? Or maybe even Mr. Peel. I don't know if he was a pastor. And he said, so your house burned down? No. Your wife left you? No. Your children died? No. Where are you getting all of this wrong information? Well, I thought you told me you were sad. Yeah, but none of these terrible things have happened. Well, then what happened? Oh, you were fired. No. What are you complaining about? No, I just had a flat tire today. That's that's nothing compared to your house burning down. Well, it depends. You know, some people will jump for joy when their wife or their husband leaves them. Right? They'll finally, relax. And others, they'll start crying. In a marriage, there's the pursuer and the distancer. The pursuer, you want to make a picnic. Well, let's go to have a picnic this weekend. Let's go to the beach, or let's go to the park, And they're like, right? They're real rude. So the distancer, by being rude, wants to keep you away. Like if you get in the car, they're like, what are you doing in the car? Get out of here. So another person calls them the bully. I call them bully. Or the narcissist, the selfish narcissist, and the codependent. Well, I don't drive, so I need a ride.
Don't you feel like at least a little bit guilty?
That I don't drive?
No, that now the woman and all her kids have to walk all the way to the
No, I don't feel guilty at all. You know why?
What's that place over there?
The store.
Yeah, it's all the way over there. And she's pregnant.
I don't feel guilty at all. You know why? Because when I was trying to have a nap, she yells at the children. I mean, they're in a room as big as this room, or smaller actually. I'm not yelling at you, you're right there. Correct? But I can hear her through the wall. Yeah! So I told you to put the computer on with the drums and stuff so we can listen to that. And I'll just press play when she starts yelling. Right. But, okay, I'll let the cat out of the bag. Our friend from across the street, he's buying a set of drums.
Oh, yeah! He told me that.
He told me too.
Okay.
I was like, bring it over here. When she starts yelling,
oh, and guess what?
Uh-huh.
He's getting a set of drums, and I'm possibly getting a trumpet.
Fantastic.
From this Friday, possibly this Friday, from the rent a night at my school. I'm not gonna mention.
Well, I want you to get the movie with the Pink Panther.
I can't really go with this.
Right. And he was in a movie where he got famous because, well, for me he got famous because in that movie they were doing like soldiers and they were shooting people.
In Pink Panther?
No, in a war movie. But it's a Pink Panther, it's the same actor. And what he did was he was the trumpeter. And so he wanted to make the movie about him. So when he got shot, he was blowing the trumpet. Right? He got shot. And then he went. Right? And then they thought that he was dead. Alright, so now this scene and now the next scene, and he goes, he keeps going. And so they have to shoot him again, pretend. pretend bullets. It was a comedy.
Wait, how do you still live?
Well, and of course he doesn't fall down. He's still standing. Still, it was a comedy part of the movie. I think all of his movies are comedies.
Adam Sandler.
Yes.
I like it.
He's become very popular too, Adam Sandler. So I don't feel sad because you see, some women when they're pregnant. By the way, when women are pregnant, some of them don't stop yelling. They yell. Your mom was yelling. The only mistake I did was I yelled back at her, but that doesn't do anything because she just starts yelling louder. And you were born with a tick. Like your shoulder used to go tung, tung. Because when you were inside her stomach, she was yelling so much that you were nervous. It was not a peaceful time when you were inside her, right? And I feel guilty about that. So put that phone away. What I did after that was I got you a set of drums.
I was wondering where those set of drums were.
We got them for $2 at the church, Deltona Alliance.
Really?
Yes, somebody was selling them for $2. And then that took away your tick. And
Did
also,
did I ever play them?
you played that drum a long time. You enjoyed it. And by the way, my teacher in high school had a brother from one of those countries, the Arab countries, and he had a tick because there was a war going on and bombs going off, and he said that to this day he's talking and he has a tick like that. So I felt terrible. I said, God, please forgive me. Help my son that he has this nervous thing. And so now do you have it? That was one of the miracles. You've had so many miracles, my son, that it's amazing you're alive. You ran across the street on Saxon while I was holding onto your tricycle. The cars didn't hit you. I closed my eyes. Then I felt my grandpa kick me in the butt because long ago he told me, grab the hand of the little children.
Wait, you closed your eye?
When you ran across the street. People react differently.
Fight or flight? Or freeze?
Fight, flight, or freeze.
I even read about that on my 7th period.
Yes.
Language arts? Yeah, language arts. We were talking about fears or phobias, or phobias.
Yes.
Apparently a fear is a much less version of a phobia. Phobias last longer, more serious. You need
I see.
Trainer, therapist. You need a therapist.
So Tony Robbins can get rid of phobias because he'll do the strange thing. Let's say you have a phobia about leaving the house. Well, he'll set up a house, your house, and he'll put a real fire in there. Some people have the phobia of not to leave the house. They don't want to go on there. Some people in a wheelchair or somebody. But when they'll get out. When you have
real?
You have actors.
Oh.
Like a movie.
Acting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that movie I watched so long ago, where there was one person that was duct taped to a chair. Not even duct tape, just on a chair with meds. Woke up, and apparently the whole town had been zombified.
Right.
And everything, but it was all actors.
Yes, everybody was actors.
Then at the end, they'd say, "You did a terrible crime." Blah blah blah. I don't know what the crime was. And they put her on meds again for so much until she forgot who she was and forgot everything.
Right.
And then they'd do it again, until she dies. Then they'd go back to a peaceful society. But it kept repeating. Like, she woke up, she doesn't know who she is, she doesn't know what's happening, she doesn't know what happened, she doesn't know who anyone is. And everyone's like, "You're my friend, don't you remember?" And someone, people that are like betraying her, befriending her, betraying her, and back to Max.
Remember the movie Liar Liar? He was a lawyer that for one day would not lie. So he made for some reason he would always speak the truth. Alright, he's a comedian, but he was in a movie where everybody was an actor, and he was on camera all the time. Carrie.
Oh, is it that guy that's like 40-minute episodes on YouTube?
He does the one with the mask. It was an ugly movie where he puts on the mask and he becomes somebody. Jimmy Carrey.
Oh, he puts on a green mask.
A green mask.
It turns him into like a Loki.
Yeah, he does something weird with it. James Carrey. Jimmy Carrey. Jim Carrey. So anyway, he did that movie also where everybody was an actor. His wife was an actress, and he was on TV. And then until he discovered that one lamp fell down, and he said, "I'm in a bubble." You know, like a lamp. How can the sky fall? And it was a lamp. It was inside this dome type thing.
Under the dome. Wait, no, that's not.
Well, I didn't see the whole movie. I only know parts of it. Jimmy Carrey. Jim Carrey. Something like that. So, how to persuade people. Tony Robbins mentions that people want to contribute. Like what got me to start working was looking at Janine and the wheelchair. You know, she needs a machine that costs $44,000. Right? And this technology has been available for 60 years. But nobody mentions it except the creator of the 5-hour energy drink, Monash Bhargava. Billions in change. 5-hour energy drink. Alright, what? Alright, we're gonna go watch a video about how to persuade other people. But Tony Robbins mentions it, lasting change. You need to condition your body. It's like, okay, so I have a friend that is in a wheelchair, so I'll start working so I can buy her a better wheelchair and things like that. But then I also got upset about something, and I wanted to finally get rich. And you can see that, you know, in 1 month I made $60. The next month I made $240 so far. And I'm still waiting for a $60 check, but that's fine.
Yo, when is that gonna come?
It may have already arrived. No, it's coming to the mailbox, but I don't check that thing. I checked it one time this year. One time in the last 5 years. That was the other day. That was only because someone left it up or down. Or like flipped it up and there was mail in there, so I took it out. Alright. Go do something wonderful. Go help somebody cut their grass. Or go help somebody do a good deed by reading to their children. Go learn carpentry. If you have money, buy the tools you need so that you'll be able to help other people. Pressure washer, lawn, buy a tractor. Come help me do some gardening over here, some grass cutting. God bless you, and God bless those that surround you.